When I was taking cocaine and crack, it was every single day. But when it was porn and the porn addiction, it was binging. What I wish I'd known about porn. So my relationship with porn started at a very, very young age. In fact, I was about 4 years old when the older kids on the estate invited me into their home. My mum thought I was safe because they were the bigger kids and everyone knew them. And they were all watching porn. They were watching bestiality porn. I have vague memories, the scars of that, being sort of really scared at what I was seeing and embarrassed by what I was seeing. I remember feeling real fear. The memory that I've got of porn becoming a thing or a compulsion in my life was I must have been at least 11, maybe younger, and I would be able to just run in, lock myself in my bedroom and pore over this magazine that I'd found. I never associated porn with addiction. Especially back then, 20 years ago, those two words didn't go together. Porn was just porn. You watch porn, everybody does it. My view on women was really marred. I looked at women as a way of gratifying myself. That's the truth of it. You look at a woman through the eyes of porn. But I think we all know that it's not okay. That's why it goes on in secret. And it was only very recently that I actually acknowledged that there might be an addiction. It was about 4 years ago, when I actually said maybe this is actually an addiction that needs to be tackled the same way that the other drugs in my life were. My wife would be asleep upstairs, children would be in bed, and then I would either go to bed at the same time and then sort of get up and come down the stairs once I knew she was asleep, or I would spend an hour just listening at the door to make sure she was asleep because I knew it was wrong. We had moved into this town to start a church. We had a lot of people that were looking at me as a spiritual leader and as a mentor and a role model, and I let them down. Everything came to a big head because I ended up speaking inappropriately sexually because porn would fuel it. My history was looked at, my computer history and all that. It just shows up the kind of sites you've looked at. So then I'm sitting in an office talking to the pastors. When I shared that it was an ongoing issue and I couldn't beat it, I wasn't really met with grace, compassion, love, what I believe is the answer to it. I was met with shame. I was told, do you know how evil this is? Do you know how wicked this is? Do you know how this makes women feel? And actually I did know that. That was why I wanted to get it out of my life. That's why I was willing to sit there as an adult and say, help me. I nearly lost my wife and my children because of this addiction, my money, my finances. Like literally overnight, we had nothing. The age I was when I first was exposed to porn against my will is the same age that my children are now, between the age of 5 and 3. And when I look at them and imagine, especially my daughters, that the women that I have viewed on porn were that age once, that they are somebody's daughter. And I don't want my little girl to grow up thinking that she has to use her body to make a man like her or draw that attention. Out of all of the drugs, and I say drugs because I believe porn is a drug, I would rather say to my mum, Mum, I've just been taking crack cocaine, than I would say to my mum or my sisters, I've just been watching porn. Shame element is massive. If we get the shame off and talk about it, if we will bring this into the open, I think there's a lot more chance that people that do want to get free will get free of it. If there was a button that I could press, that would mean that all porn would be eradicated from the world, internet gone, all the porn gone. I would fight 1,000 men and more to get to it. I would do anything and everything I could to get to that button and press it, because I think that it is so important that porn is gone from our lives.